Welcome to another one of my videos, and today I'd like to do something a little bit different. I've come for a bit of a walk in one of my local country parks. This one is Bradgate Park, but I'd also like to do a review. So sometime during my walk I'm going to stop and review another American M.R.E. This is the start of the walk. It's about 800 acres, the country park. It's in one of the nicer areas of Leicestershire, and it's home to a lot of deer. Now, I believe the deer have been on the park pretty much since it was in use, so that's about 600 years or more. A lot of these trees, I think, are also about 500 years old, particularly the old oaks. And it was also the birthplace of Lady Jane Grey. Now, I'm not going to try and be an expert on the history, but Lady Jane Grey was the Queen of England for 9 days, and at the age of 16 she was trialled and convicted of high treason and beheaded in the Tower of London. But this was her family home. This was the estate where Lady Jane Grey was born and grew up. Now, I'm going to move on a little bit and I'll show you a little bit more of the park in a minute. Welcome back. I've moved on just a little bit further down the main track of the park, and there's this very nice river that runs straight through and out the other side. And over there in the distance is Lady Jane Grey's birthplace. It's now in ruin and it's a museum, and it opens on Saturdays, I believe, for people to have a look around the old house. Now, what I'm going to do in a moment, I think I'm going to leave the track and actually go up over the lands, over the hills, where it's a little bit more secluded and less people. As I says, it's 800 acres, and the public have got the right to roam free. So I'm just going to get myself off the track a little bit and I'll come back in a little while. Well, I've left the track now and I've got the park pretty much to myself. There's a few people on the hills, but it is still winter, so there's not many people about at the moment. To be honest, you're not seeing this at its best. This park is far better in the summer, when the whole area is covered in green bracken, which just stretches for miles and miles. So I think I'm going to go up the hill, up there, and get a little bit of height, and I'll come back in a little while. Okay, as I said earlier, there's an awful lot of ancient trees here. Some of them are hundreds and hundreds of years old, and although they look quite dead, they are in fact still alive, and in the summer they burst into life and believe it or not, they're still covered in leaves and acorns. You wouldn't believe that this is literally about 1 mile, 2 miles from the city. And apart from the car parking, which on a Monday to Friday is £3 all day, it's completely free. The park was donated by its last owners to the people of Leicester and Leicestershire, and it's being managed by a trust which has to ensure access pretty much forever. Now, unless you go to one of the big national parks like the Peak District or Lake District, I think you'd be hard pressed to beat this. Okay, I shall keep climbing and come back to you in a little while. Bye for now. Little bit of a hole in the wall here. We'll just cross it at this point. Lovely. What a lovely place. It is a cold day today. I think it's just about at freezing point, 0 degrees centigrade. So sooner or later I'm going to need to stop for something warm to drink. Like I says, I have brought an American M.R.E along, and I believe that contains coffee or beverages of some kind. So I shall be opening it up soon and finding somewhere to have a warm drink, I think. But for now, I think I should keep walking a little bit further and show you a little bit more of this lovely park. Up is always good, so I think I should head up there. I'll come back in a bit. Bye for now. Welcome back. Now I've climbed a little bit higher up the hillsides, and as you can probably see, there's Lady Jane Grey's ruins, or what's left of them. And this park has a lot of old ruins and relics, and another famous one for the area, and anybody from Leicester or Leicestershire knows, there's a nice big hill, and on the top of the hill there's another ruin that's called Old John. Everybody who comes from Leicester or Leicestershire knows Old John. I believe it's an old watchtower from years gone by, and it looks like an old Toby jug, like a beer drinking jug, and it's quite loved by the Leicestershire people. If I get time, I might go up there later and have a closer look. But as you can see, at the moment, I'm still a fair way from it. Now all of this is part of the park, as far as the eye can see. Just do a little pan around. And like I keep saying, it's totally free. There's no cost. Welcome back. Well, I've decided to have a go at getting up to the top of Old John. Now, unfortunately, I've not been too well over Christmas and through the winter period, so this is the first time I've actually been out and had a go at anything a little bit strenuous. So hopefully I've not lost all my fitness, not that I was ever fit before, and I should be able to make it up to the top okay. You probably can't see from the video, but it is quite a steep climb, quite a steep hill. But we'll see how we go, and I'll bring you back as I get a little bit closer. Bye for now. Welcome back. Well, I've come up round by the side woodland, and as you can see the towers there. Going this way is just slightly less of a climb. I was finding it a little bit difficult, as you can probably hear. But this is good. I need to get some sort of fitness back. I've spent most of the winter in home, not getting out a lot. Now, unfortunately, there is a party of school children coming up, so I've got to be careful where I film. Obviously, people don't take kindly to you filming children. They get all the wrong idea, but unfortunately that's the society we live in now. But this is the view from the top. I believe it's one of the highest points in Leicestershire. Also have this, which shows you the direction of all the villages and towns and how far, if you look into that direction. Indicator is given by the people of Newtown, Linford, the proceeds it says there of their pageant of Lady Jane Grey held in the ruins. Okay. Okay, welcome back. Now unfortunately it got a little bit busy up there. There was various school parties, children and teachers, so I thought it'd best come away, especially from filming. So, to the views. What I think I'm going to do, it's getting a little bit cold now. As I said, it's about on the freezing point, and with this wind it's feeling less than that. So I'm going to head down and find somewhere to open the M.R.E and hopefully make myself a warm drink. Bye for now. Okay. Well, I've moved on now and I've walked on to the next hill. Still trying to find somewhere without interruption where I can sit down and have a drink. It's very busy, unusually. There's a lot of people here today. But as you can see, as far as the eye can see, this is all that country park. It's lovely. Welcome back. Well, seem to have found myself a nice little secluded rock face. So, I think I shall just park myself down here and have a look what I brought for lunch and get myself a brew. I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. Now, I said I brought an M.R.E to try on the hillside, and I am on the hillside, so the camera's shaking a little bit, so you'll have to excuse any vibration. But this is the menu I brought. It's the menu 3, chicken noodles and vegetables in sauce. So, I'm going to open it and see what we get inside. Now there is easy peel, supposedly, so we'll see how easy it peels. Nice. So, that's what we got in here. First off, we have the chicken with noodles. We have the standard accessory pack, and already I can see hot sauce. I'll open that in a moment. We have some grape jelly. Wow, Skittles, the original. Nice, looking forward to those later. We also have some peanut butter. Lemon and lime flavour, non-fruit juice. Beverage bag. Spoon. Excuse me, it's my phone now. Raspberry strawberry and applesauce. Flameless ration heater. I shall use one of those today for the first time. Still going. Wow, meal and a half. And of course, some crackers. So, I'm not going to open these all now. They have got to last me through the day. So what I'm going to do, what I need first is a drink. So I'm just going to open the accessory pack. And put in there your salt, your moist towelette, a non-dairy creamer, that's what I was opening for. I want a coffee. There's my freeze-dried coffee, type 3. Sugar, hot sauce, good matches, some toilet paper, some gum. Quite a pack. So I'm going to clear this away, and it's the coffee I want first. So I'll be back in a minute when I've got the water on the go. My trusty Crusader cook set. Should be using the burner out of that. Bit of windshield. Got my old favourite fuel blocks. Fire Dragon. Try the M.R.E matches. That's it. This is why I like these gel blocks. Instant. Crusader cup. So, my homemade lid. And I'll leave it there, and I'll come back when the water's boiling. It's been about 5 minutes now, and we've got a nice rolling boil. So I can take that off for a moment. Move this windshield out of the way. As you can see, there's still quite a little bit of life left in that. I've got to move that to one side. Out of the way for now. So, let's see what this coffee's like. Spoon. instant coffee type 3. Now the last one I had out of M.R.E. I wasn't over impressed with, but this is a different type, so hopefully this is better. Nice looking granules, looks different already. I think what I'll do is I'll try it black first. What's left there? Use that portion cup. Okay. Nice and dark. Nice and rich looking. Have a taste. It's a nice mild flavour. Not too strong. There's no bitter aftertaste again, just like last time. I'll add the whitening and the sugar. And dairy creamer. One thing I do say about the American M.R.Es, the creamer sachets, they're a lot better, a lot bigger than the British. You never get enough in the British one, and the sugar. Let's give that a stir. Okay, let's try that. Oh, still mild, but that cream actually tastes like real cream. So it's like you've got fresh cream in. Very mild, very mellow, but yes, a lot nicer than the last one. Quite nice. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit hungry. Put that to one side. Now, I'm not a big fan of peanut butter, as I've mentioned before in previous videos, but I do need to eat, and it's all I've got. So I'm going to have some peanut butter on crackers. There's the peanut butter. Let's bring in the crackers. Let's just listen for the hiss. Oh, you know it's fresh when you hear that. Now, I'm eating these in the field. What I don't want is to get them all over the floor. So, like that. So, let's have a taste of those. Very dry, slightly salty, but not too hard. I did the Lithuanian review, and the biscuits in there broke your teeth. I like these better, much better. Let's have another look at this peanut butter. Give it a knead. Now, like I said, I'm not a fan of peanut butter, but like when you're out in the fields, it's all I've got. So I've got to eat it. And again, you get very into them. I'm just going to carry on and enjoy eating this. Bye for now. Hello again, welcome back. Well, I've eaten my peanut butter and I've got a set of crackers left. Now that weren't quite enough, so I'm going to try some grape jelly. See what this is like. I know the Americans generally eat peanut butter and jelly together, but it's not a thing we do over in the UK usually. We like them separate, so nice looking jam, nice and red. Let's have a taste. Very sweet, but not overly so. On the cracker, it's very similar to something we have in Britain called a jam tart, which is jam on a pastry base. Again, very nice. I think I'm going to finish this. So, bye for now. Now, I've had to move on because it got a little bit too cold on top of that hill. But as I come down, so there's a huge flock of deer. And they seem quite happy, and people about, just going about their business. So, I'm going to carry on down this track for a little bit and enjoy the warmth of the sunshine while it lasts. I say sunshine, it feels like it's -2 or -3 degrees centigrade in the wind, and it's probably still around about that. Okay, I'll come back when I'm a little bit further around. Bye for now. Hello. Well, here we are, what's left at Lady Jane Grey's house. As I said before, she was known as the 9 Days Queen. I believe she was the Queen between the 10th and the 19th of July, 1553. She was born in October 1537 and she died at the Tower of London 1554, where she was beheaded after only being queen for 9 days. But this is her birthplace and her home growing up, or what's left of it. Must have been very impressive in its heyday. And like I say, at the moment it's closed, but they do open it up at certain times of the year, so you can have a walk around and explore. You might have thought she was unlucky being beheaded at the age of 16, but actually she was quite lucky, I think, because the alternative could have been burnt alive at the stake. That was the other punishment for high treason. So, even though it was sad, I think she had the best of the two options. I know which one I'd rather have, beheading or burned alive. Okay. This house must have been huge. More like a fortress. And I think that remaining building there was their private chapel. And it's also got the history of the Gray family in there when you can go in. And the history of Bradgate Park, their estate, which is what this is. And we'll just go around here to show the sort of length of the property. As you can see, very impressive. You can only imagine what it would have been like in the 1550s. And Lady Jane was playing in the grounds as a child. I think these are some of the oldest trees on the park. This one was struck by lightning about 50 years ago, but it's still managing to grow. And if we look around, all of the trees are old, gnarly, and pretty ancient really. They're all old oaks. They've had years and years. They've had years and years of pain. And years of stories to tell. And there's one that's ended its life. Makes you wonder what they've seen. What they've seen in their lifetime. Welcome back once again, and I've now done most of my walk and I'm getting pretty hungry, so it's time to go back to my M.R.E. Now I've got a few items left. I've got the main entree, which is the chicken and egg noodles and vegetables in sauce. Now I'm going to get that on straight away. Now this is the first time I've used a flameless ration heater, believe it or not. I must be one of the few people that go out and about that have not actually used one of these before. I've seen them many times on YouTube, so let's give it a go and see how good they really are. Now I believe the trick with these is not to use too much water. Okay. do have the fill lines, and I believe we're supposed to fill between the two. Let's give that a little bit of a knead. I'm probably being too cautious with this. It seems I've never done one before. Let's do it properly. And a little bit of water. As it says, I think the key is not too much. And that's too much. Empty some back out. Wow. Doesn't take much at all. So I'll give that a second to see if it starts doing anything. I can hear it. Ooh, it certainly is. It soon comes when it goes. I'll put it in its sleeve. And, as is the standard joke on all of these things, you need to find a rock or something to lean it on. So I'm just going to put that off camera for a moment. In the meantime, while that's warming up, I should be making myself another drink. Now we do have the lemon and lime beverage base. And half a canteen cup full of water, 12 ounces. A nice yellow fine powder. Side. And half a canteen cup full of water. Now it's quite gritty. Quite difficult to get to dissolve. Put the water away. Now, as you can see, a nice lime colour, nice and green. There's still quite a lot of powder. I suppose that will dissolve eventually. So, let's just have a taste of that while I'm waiting for my entree to warm up. Definitely a hint of lemon and lime. Not overly sweet. A little bit of sourness to it. But very nice. It's very pleasant. I much prefer this over to the orange one I tried. Although it's still refusing to dissolve. I don't know if that's normal or not. Let's put it to one side and we'll see how it goes. Right. I also have some Skittles. So, while I'm waiting for my entree to warm, just feel that again. I don't know if I've put too much water, and the result is it don't get very hot, but that's struggling. Maybe I've given it too much water. We'll see. Here's the Skittles. Now, I've bought these from the shop. They do just look like regular Skittles. I can't see why, because they're military issue, they'd have to change them. But we'll try a few. Quite hard. I think that's because it's nearly at freezing point today. But they're just regular Skittles you buy in the store. Very nice. I'll enjoy those later as I go carry on my walk. And I have one thing left. Excuse me, I've still got the Skittles in my mouth. The applesauce with raspberry puree. Now, excuse me, I'm still struggling with those Skittles. They're gone. I'm assuming this is meant to be a pudding after lunch dish, but I'm still waiting for that pack to warm up. So let's have a look at it. Also, I think you just drink it straight out of the neck of the bottle. But I'm going to put a bit on the M.R.E spoon first, just to see. Literally does just look like apple with raspberry. Oh. That's a mixture of sweet and sour. We've got the sweetness of the apple, a little bit of tartness from the raspberry. But it does seem very pure, as if that's really what it has got in there. Let's have another taste. Maybe a little bit of sugar. But no, it just tastes like pureed fresh fruit. Very nice. That'll be a very nice pudding after the main. So, while my mains just warm up, I shall leave it there and come back in a minute. Well, it's now been about 20 minutes, and I don't know if it's me or whether I've just got a bad batch of these flameless ration heaters. But the first one didn't get hot at all. That could have been my fault because I think I put far too much water in. But I did have a spare, which I've taken out of another M.R.E. So the spare, I was very careful and just measured 1 cap of water, and it didn't go over the lines. And this one still is only touch warm. So whether it's me still not doing it right, or whether I've just got unfortunate and they just happen to have a bad batch of flameless ration heaters, I don't know. But seeing as that was my first experience of them, I think I'll stick with boiling in the bag. Anyway, that's my gripe out of the way. Let's have a look what we've got. Just a touch warm. I have that iron smell coming from it, but not much heat. Okay, so give it a bit of a knead to distribute it. Obviously I'm going to have to eat this out of the pouch because I haven't bought any tray to put it onto, but then again, this is just what they're meant to be eaten like. Just open it at the notch. And what have we got? So this is chicken, egg noodles and vegetables. Now, first thing you get is the smell. It does smell very nice. And as you can see, there's lumps of chicken. flat noodles. Looks like some peas, peppers, bell peppers I think they call them in the States. So it looks like there's a nice nourishing mix in there. Let's just have a taste. Very nice. Very mild. Very pleasant. It's got a taste of something that we have in the UK, chicken and mushroom. And there's a mushroom, that is why. Very reminiscent of the chicken and mushroom pies that we get here in the UK from our fish and chip shops. Very enjoyable. I do enjoy this, it is nice. The chicken is soft but not mushy. There is some texture in the chicken. My own personal use, it's got enough salt and pepper. The noodles are soft, very soft, but they're not gone gluteny, they're just soft noodles. I actually do like that. It's a shame it's not a little bit warmer, but even so, it's still enjoyable. Chicken and mushroom pie contents with noodles. Very nice. Now there is some hot sauce. I almost don't want to risk ruining that because that is nice. But I'm going to add a little bit of hot sauce because I've got some, just to see if it does anything. I won't put too much in, just a bit on the edge. I'll just try that first to see if it does actually improve it, because this is my lunch. This is all I brought with me. Okay. Ooh, that is hot sauce. Oh, fiery sauce. I need a little drink of that cooling limeade. Lime. My word. That hot sauce is a lot hotter than the Tabasco. If I was to put the entire contents in that, I don't think I'd be able to eat this. So I'm going to leave it out, because personally I think it was perfect just as it was. But if you do like heat, this certainly packs a punch. So mix it all in. A nice big chunk of mushroom there. This is turning out to be a nice M.R.E. So let me backtrack. We had the crackers with peanut butter. Not my favourite peanut butter, but all the same, that was a very nice quality peanut butter. I enjoyed the crackers. They're lighter than the Lithuanian and the European type crackers, which is just how I like them. Very mild, very slightly salted. The jam, or grape jelly, that was nice. Nice, not overly sweet. There was lumps of little bits of fruit in there. Couldn't quite. I don't think it was any grape. It's more of a strawberry, to be honest, but still very pleasant. The Skittles, well, Skittles are Skittles. They're very nice. The applesauce and raspberry puree, again, very fresh tasting. The coffee was a mild coffee. Nothing extravagant, but then again, nothing terrible either. Lime, much better than the last experience I had with the orange. and of course the main entree, chicken and egg noodles. Now, I didn't need the hot sauce, but this is a very nice entree. So, far better experience than my last one. I had chili and macaroni, menu 10, and I wasn't overly impressed. But this menu 3 of the 2017 menu range, very fresh ones, I certainly would have again. So, thank you for watching my little trip to Bradgate Park. It hasn't been easy doing a review. The weather's been cold, I've been trying to find somewhere to get out of the wind. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification button so you get notification of any new videos. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.